What's up, guys? You're welcome to my channel. I want to talk about an ICO I saw. Now, this ICO is about to start in the next 5 hours, right? So you will be able to get in and secure your place in this ICO. I will give you some of the reasons why this ICO makes sense to me. Now, I saw this ICO a few days ago, and when I saw the ICO, they said this is an ICO for the grocery industry. I was like, is it everything they will have to do ICO on? Because this ICO madness, or the ICO boom, it's like getting out of hand. I said I'm going to pass on this ICO. But when I was reviewing the ICO, I was going through it and I said, what? This ICO, how come I almost missed out on this ICO? So I was able to get a lot of things about this ICO, so of which I'll be bringing to your notice. Now let's go through the white paper and let's see things for ourselves. Now let's go to page 4 of this ICO quick, and let's see what they want to do. Now they're talking about the major problems that the grocery industry faces. The grocery industry is an industry that has a very huge potential. There is no home on earth. Let me be specific. There is nearly no home on earth that don't consume grocery, right? And this grocery industry is faced with two problems. The first problem is the issue of retailers, and then the other problem has to do with the ineffective trade promotion system. Now let's talk about the problem of retailers. Now the problem of retailers is this: these people are the ones who, they are the middleman between you that buy these things and the person who's producing these things. And sometimes they charge a lot of money. They buy this thing for $1. Do you know sometimes they can sell such stuff for maybe $10? And the cost of adverts, the cost of logistics and everything, it may not be much. So they are taking a lot of money from a lot of people. Now, look at what is happening in the system. These are 7,000 manufacturers, and in these 7,000 manufacturers, we just have 4 retailers who have 76% of the market share. And these four people are the ones who are connecting with these 7,000 manufacturers, and they are also connecting with 25 million households, not people, households. Is it a very good one? Not a very good one. Now, what makes you think you're not going to have kind of power to influence price and do whatever they like? It's not a very, very good one at all. Now, what will INS system do? INS system is a system where there will be no more intermediaries. Yeah, they're bringing the blockchain into the system here. You as a consumer, you will so trust, because you trust these retailers, you will now so trust these manufacturers that you'll be able to buy from them literally, because you know how the production and everything is being done, and the manufacturer can also trust you in that they will be able to sell to you. Now, mind you, the other problem is the ineffective trade promotions. The first thing that was highlighted was these systems. First, they're ineffective. Secondly, they are very costly, and number 3, they are dated. So they're using outdated means to actually get these things across to people. So lack of accurate, timely information. There's the inability to plan promotions based on analytics, ineffective organization, and proper integration. Then lack of proper KPIs. If you don't know about KPI, has to do with key performance index. One of the things I want you to know about the system is that INS has been in operation. INS is not just a company that just wake up and they want to do something. No, they have been in operation since 2013, and they have partners. These are their partners. INS receives strong interest from both large and small consumer goods manufacturers in the world. Unilever, if you know Unilever, Freshland, the guys that make picnic. Unilever, also Value, Retake, Brinkshire, Boschome. We'll go through the team and you will see things for yourself. Now let's talk about the supply chain inefficiencies. INS were able to identify some of the supply chain inefficiency, and they brought a method which they want to actually use to solve that problem. Now, some of the supply chain inefficiencies are the high distances between the manufacturer and the consumption. The manufacturers, the people who actually bring these products, the distance is very, very far from the consumer. And now let's say someone who is manufacturing something in China wants to transfer it to Russia and some of the other towns, because that is where they have a market. Maybe there are no market due to certain stuff or certain limitations. They will not be able to sell to people who are around, so they have to transfer this stuff from long distances. So these are some of the supply inefficiencies. Then another inefficiency in a system it has to do with the waste in various areas of the supply chain. Yeah, the waste could be maybe in storage, in different in different plants. So there is a waste of many stuff, and I think there was a statistics these guys gave that the waste that actually happens sometimes is enough to feed over I think 400 and something million people. So there is a lot of waste in the system. So what will INS do? INS will decrease food miles, yeah, by enabling consumers to unimpededly access local manufacturers, including farmers. INS will implement the effective pull system to reduce inventories and out of stocks that will decrease the food waste. One of the things, every person who is a manufacturer, you want to sell your goods at a very high cost, right? You don't want to sell it for a very low cost. And then the problem is, okay, you as a consumer, how do you know that someone actually has a product? Because you are dealing with two things now. The manufacturer, how do you as a manufacturer know who wants your product? That is where the middlemen come in. That's where the retailers come in. Now you as a consumer, how do you know who is selling? That is where the retailers come in. But this system, you are able to see literally who is selling and who is buying. Let's go to page 10 and see what Instamart. Okay, this is 400 million pounds of food is served by supermarket, yet nearly a third of it is wasted annually. Right? You can see the statistics for yourself. Now this is a founder's experience, of which this is the history. INS founders gained a first-hand and practical experience in grocery industry while developing and growing Instamart, the largest venture-backed grocery delivery operator in Russia. Instamart employs over 200 people and have signed contracts with the largest retailers in the country and works with the leading grocery manufacturers. 4 years of operating experience in a grocery retail store helps to identify major inefficiencies and abuses in the industry current construct. INS pursue a large opportunity to disrupt the global grocery retail market via establishing a decentralized and fair ecosystem that directly connects manufacturers with consumers. So these are some of the corporate customers: McDonald's, Inter, ICBC, Alliance, FIFA World Cup that is coming up in 2018. These are the customers. So I almost missed this ICO. These are some of the counterparties. So who are the investors who have invested in this project? May.ru. May.ru, founded by legendary investor Yuri Miner, is the largest internet company in Eastern Europe and the world's 7th largest company by page views. May.ru owns social networks VK, Odnoshka, Nishinik, sorry for my intonation, gaming, armored warfare, Skyforge, Perfect World, map services, maps.me, car sharing. So these are the people that have invested in this platform. Then you have Lev Cashes, Times 5 Retail Group, Walmart, Jet, Boss, Lending Home, Subcoin. So this is going to be a very, very good huge project for this kind of investors to actually be investing their money into the system. You have Sergey Solini, you have Yakub. So sorry for my intonation. So let's talk about the market overview and the share of household expedition chart. The grocery market is one of the largest consumer markets in the world. It's expected to reach 8.5 trillion by 2020, with up to 50% share of a consumer's wallet. Medical doctors are now advising people stop taking Coca-Cola, stop taking a lot of things, start taking fruit, start taking grocery and the rest of them. So a very large market. So you see the market, right? the share of market household expenditure spent on groceries. United States 7%, United Kingdom 9%, and you see Nigeria, you see Ukraine, and so a lot of people are buying groceries. So it's a very very huge market. So I don't know what these retailers want to do, because with a force like this coming to the system, it's going to take the system by stuff. So what will be the approach of INS? INS will be approaching this stuff through online. And you know, once a company goes online, hey, it's going to disrupt things. Why is Amazon so successful? Amazon is so successful because it cuts across borders. So in a nutshell, if I'm to put this name, I would say this is called the Amazon of grocery. Okay, let's see. Online grocery will explode. The global online grocery marketing increased by 16% in 2016. IGD projects double-digit annual growth rates for online grocery in largest market by 2020. The top 10 markets, global markets alone, are expected to explode from $98 billion in 2015 to $290 billion in 2020. And this is the chart. Okay, moving on to let's talk about certain things. How, if anything happens within the system, how would they be able to this is the demand and supply driver. What drives the supply and what drives the demand? What will drive the supply? On demand economy expectations, that is what will drive the demand. Time-starved lifestyle in large cities, the worsening traffic situations, growing smartphone usage, and growing middle class in urban areas. So this is something that's going to drive the demand of this thing. And what's going to drive the supply? The advent of mobile technology, automated fulfillment solutions, new marketplace models that require less capital expenditure, crowdsourcing economy driving affordable, quick delivery. What I want to show you is, in a system now, you now have Amazon, you have AliExpress, you have Alibaba, and the rest of them. And these people want to become the AliExpress or the Amazon of grocery. If a conflict arises, how do we do this? Okay, how do we now rate the performance of a consumer? How do we now rate the performance of or the reputation of a manufacturer, so that maybe if they had a bad past, that people will not get scammed or the rest of them? So you will know that if we are dealing with the internet and we're bringing an online store like Islam and the rest of them, we have to set systems in place that will take care of the flops of people, because you can be very certain that people will actually default. So how do we solve that issue? So they will solve that issue by bringing the rating score, like they do with Amazon and the rest of them. They will bring a rating score to rate the performance of these people. And then there's the issue of dispute resolution. They'll be able to solve that using the blockchain system. Now, let's see the ecosystem, the platform, consumers, manufacturers, and then the fulfillment. So you have the platform like a website, and not only a website, you have a blockchain, a blockchain platform to read, and then you now have the consumers, you have the manufacturers, and then you have the fulfillment. So they will be working with couriers. So this is going to provide a lot of employment to people. Remember, I told you that they have 200 staff already. So more people are going to be employed into the system, and they will be working with guys like, I think with time, with Uber and the rest of them, to get this thing across to people at the time they want it. So these are the manufacturers in the system. The manufacturers are companies or individuals in the business of fresh produce, groceries, and consumable household items. They range from local farmers to multinationals such as Procter and Gamble, Unilever, Coca-Cola, and the rest of them. What are the manufacturer rules? The manufacturer rules include publish products, deliver products ordered by customers to consumer centers, promote the INS ecosystem by bringing traffic via production of derived apps. So who are the consumers? The consumers are individuals or companies that want to buy online quality groceries at a cheaper price. So they place the order on the website or through the app or custom apps derived by manufacturers from their app reference implementation. So what are the rules of the customers? They search products listed and they pay for it. They participate in feedback review, and they receive promotion, loyalty, referrals, and feedback rewards. So in the system, it kind of is a win-win situation. If you bring in anybody into the system, you get referral commission, and because that's a method to actually scale the business to a greater level. Then let's talk about the fulfillment, and the fulfillment has to do with fulfillment center operators, like those in the warehousing department. Then you have the center workers. Then you have the couriers. So it's a very big platform. Then they're not talking about how would they use the blockchain to actually get this thing across to the people. And one of the things about this system is any person you refer to INers and who purchases goods from the system, you get a 3% referral commission. So that is a very good one for the system. So I will not go through the search and some of the other stuff. Let's go through the team and let's do a very quick one on them. So this is the team and advisors. NS team founders Peter Fedshonkov and Dmitry Zulhi have known each other since 2010 and worked together since 2013, and is supported by world-renowned advisors. So this is a selected team experience: IBM, Goldman Sachs, McKinsey and Company, Made.ru, Rothschild, PwC, MTS, and this is the advisors. When I saw this stuff, I was like, I almost missed out. So I don't want you to miss out. That's why I'm bringing this review to you. Bangkok co-founder Evan H. Gozog. And then you have the founder of CEO of Transformed Group, Michael Tepin. And then you have this guy Mo Levin. These are people who have been there. Then you have David Washman, the founder of Washman PR, the world's largest blockchain focused public relations agency. Then you have Rawi Abdullah, sorry for my intonation. Then you have you are seeing the team. This is the core team. This is the founder, the two founders, and you have the guys who are involved in many things: Asian expansion, US expansion, manufacturing relationships, European expansion, legal advisor. So they not talk about the risk factors that has to do with the investment. So it's a very risky one. You're not just going to come into the system and expect to actually everything's going to go rosy and crazy. Remember those of the people who actually invested in a platform like Power Ledger. Power Ledger has increased more than times 12 of the investment. I think Power Ledger was selling for 5 cents, and Power Ledger is over 70 cents now. So you do the calculation, you see it's a very profitable. So guys, you make your own judgment and know if it's a very good one. They have a very solid team. Not only do they have a very solid team, they have a very I told you they are the largest grocery online grocery store in Russia already. So this is not people who just wake up and they want to do something. These are people who have been doing something about the company. They have been on the front, so they need money to scale up businesses like Facebook and the rest of them. They've gone beyond the point where you can actually fund them, but these guys are being in operation. So guys, is it worth investing? My answer is yes, it's worth investing. So do have a very good one and have a very good day.